People leave in many different ways. Some say goodbye. Some disappear slowly without a final moment. And some stay close but feel distant long before you understand why. What hurts is not the leaving itself. It is the silence that follows, the empty space where a voice used to exist. One day you wake up and something feels different. Not louder, not dramatic, just quieter. And in that quiet, you begin to understand how deeply you were connected. Because when something truly mattered, its absence never arrives suddenly. It settles gently, in familiar places, in routines, in thoughts you did not invite. And slowly, you realize something important. Losing someone is not about them leaving. It is about what stays behind. It is strange how someone can be gone and still feel close. You do not see them anymore. You do not hear their voice. But somehow, their presence remains. It lives in small details. In a familiar street you did not plan to visit. In a quiet moment that feels heavier than noise. Time keeps moving forward. Days pass. Nights change. But emotions do not move in straight lines. They pause. They slow down. They return when you least expect them. You may stop thinking about the person consciously. You may believe you have moved on. But your heart remembers the feeling. And sometimes that feeling appears quietly, not to hurt you, not to pull you back, but to remind you that what you felt was real, that the connection existed, and that real things do not disappear just because time moves on. People often believe that healing is fast, that one morning you wake up and everything feels normal again. But healing does not arrive like that. It does not announce itself. It comes quietly, in moments you do not even notice. It happens on nights when you stop replaying old conversations, when your mind rests instead of searching for answers. It happens on days when silence feels lighter than it did before. Healing does not mean forgetting. It means understanding. It means learning how to carry memories without letting them control you. The weight does not disappear. It changes. It becomes softer, more manageable. And one day, you notice something small. You breathe more freely. You think less painfully. And you realize you are healing, even if you never noticed when it began. Sometimes you begin to blame yourself. You replay moments in your mind. You question your words, your choices, your silence. You wonder what you could have done differently, what you could have said, what you should have noticed sooner. And then there are moments when you blame time itself. You think if timing were different, things might have stayed. But not every ending needs blame. Some connections are meant to be temporary. They arrive to teach you something important. Patience, depth, self-awareness. Understanding this does not erase the pain, but it gives the pain meaning. And when pain has meaning, it no longer feels useless. It becomes part of your growth, part of who you are becoming. Life moves forward. You smile again. You laugh. You find yourself enjoying small moments. But there are quiet times, unexpected times, when memories return. Not loudly, not forcefully, just softly, like a gentle reminder. They do not come to break you. They come to remind you that you once felt deeply. And feeling deeply is not a weakness. It means you were present. It means you allowed yourself to care. Many people avoid feeling to protect themselves, but you did not. And even though it hurt, that openness mattered, because a life without feeling may be safer, but it is also smaller. Letting go is often misunderstood. It does not mean closing your heart forever. It does not mean pretending nothing mattered. Letting go means trusting yourself, trusting that even if things end, you will survive. You will adapt. You will grow. You will carry the experience without letting it define you. Letting go is not erasing the past. It is making peace with it. It is understanding that endings do not reduce your worth. They refine it. And slowly, you become someone who values calm over chaos. Someone who understands silence better than noise. You stop chasing closure because peace has already begun inside you. Some nights feel heavier than others, not because of sadness, but because of reflection. You think about what changed, what stayed, what you lost, and what you gained. You think about who you were before and who you are now. In that quiet thinking, you realize something important. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every experience shaped you. Every loss taught you something. Even the moments that hurt the most carried lessons. You did not fail. You learned. You did not lose everything. You grew. And growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels meaningful. Acceptance does not arrive loudly. It does not demand attention. It does not announce itself. It arrives quietly, like rain on empty streets. One day, you stop asking why. You stop wishing for different endings. You stop fighting what already happened. And in that moment, peace enters softly. Acceptance does not mean approval. It does not mean everything was okay. It means understanding that some things were never meant to last. And that is not failure. That is life. Because what mattered already left its mark on you, and nothing meaningful is ever truly wasted. People leave. That is part of life. But they never leave empty-handed. They leave lessons. They leave memories. They leave versions of you that would not exist otherwise. At first, you feel the pain. You feel the loss. But one day, something changes. Instead of pain, you feel gratitude, not because it was perfect, but because it mattered, because it shaped you, because it showed you what you are capable of feeling. And slowly, you stop resenting the ending, because you understand, even painful experiences can move you forward. And finally, you understand. Not everything is meant to stay forever. Some things come only to guide you. Some people leave so you can meet yourself. And when silence arrives, it no longer feels empty. It feels honest. It feels calm. It feels complete. You are no longer afraid of quiet moments because you know now silence is not absence. It is space. It is clarity. It is understanding. And in that silence, you are no longer searching. You are simply present. And that is where peace truly begins.